Hey guys, it's Flute Warped here, and I know that a lot of people are wondering, how to correctly implement the 5-second rule into their daily lives. Now, what you've all heard the common 5-second rule of when you drop a piece of food on the ground, and you have, in theory, 5 seconds to pick it up and eat it before it gets contaminated. Now, the 5-second rule is actually being very not generous in the amount of time you have. It is said that bacteria doubles every 20 minutes. So if there are like 4 pieces of bacteria on this metaphorical piece of food, then it would take 20 minutes for there to be 8. So I mean, if you're, it's so you could have like a 10-minute rule, and it would still be like safe if I left this here for an hour per se. There was 4 on this, 20 minutes, that would be 8. And then 16 and 32. It would only have 32 pieces of bacteria on it, theoretically. And, you could do an hour rule. You could do a 5-hour rule. I mean, why not even do a 5-year rule? I mean, it's only been sitting there for... think about history. 5 years isn't very long in that time span. So the 5-year rule, I think, is what it needs to be. And, once again, I really like to emphasize this because it really does make an impact. If you contact your senators about this and leave food there for 5 years, you should be able to pick it up and still claim that you have a rule, a 5-year rule, and not just you're some disgusting person who eats 5-year-old food off the ground. You have an entitlement to it now. It's like the 5-second rule. Nobody calls you nasty if you use the 5-second rule, but the 5-year rule is like, oh, everybody gets afraid when people use the 5-year rule. But that's ridiculous. I use the 5-year rule all the time. When somebody just leaves their food in the garbage that's unfinished, it's been there for like a year and a half, just eat it. It can't be that bad. People just make me mad. And anyway, that was just kind of like a quick rant video, I guess. I guess I'm gonna be a full-blown ranter now. Nothing but rant videos from now on until forever ends. As always, stay warped, my flutes. See you next time on Flute Warped.